think about this game, you think about it, all three phases, fellas, all three phases. It was a battle, it was a fight the whole way, okay? And it came down to the end. It came down to somebody making plays, somebody stepping up, guys stepped up and made plays. Just understand it more than anything else. It's all about the team, and if everybody stays together and everybody fights the way you fought today, that gives you a chance. And all you need is a chance in life, fellas. All right, we got another chance coming up for next week. Okay, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Great job, team. Here we go. Team on. What was that?
This is Coach Rivera's first win at Soldier Field.
But I was serious, guys. Honestly, coming back to some places that are really special, this is really kind of neat. But I'm telling you, let's make our place special. Let's make our place special. Let's make our place special. All right, here we go. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Man, it's a win. How about game balls for everybody today? Welcome to the Command Center. I'm Bram Weinstein in for Julie Donaldson, Logan Paulsen, Santana Moss. Commanders end that 4-game losing streak. They win in Chicago on Thursday Night Football. And Ron Rivera, believe it or not, that was the first time he'd actually won at Soldier Field. He had a long career playing for the Bears back in the 1980s. Really nice moment.
Dude, fantastic moment. Obviously in a win, but obviously for Ron to get that victory there, that's a huge deal for this organization, a huge deal for him. So really love to see that.
Yeah, one of the things he said that stood out to me is sometimes they're ugly like that.
Yeah.
But it feels so much better to get the W. So it was a great win for our team. Desperate win for our team. We needed,
gotta have it.
Couldn't see us having 5 skid, a 5-game skid. But I'm happy that these guys are able to get a breath of fresh air and put that behind them.
There was a couple heart attack games the last couple of weeks. 2 yards short of a win over Tennessee the week before. Half yard away from losing at the buzzer against the Bears. It was wild. Let's get to the highlights here of Chicago and Washington. And Brian Robinson Jr. making his first career NFL start. Gets one of the worst rush defenses in the league.
It's great to have him back, get healthy again, right? Seeing him on the field is fantastic.
But it was the D that really got it going early off a 5-sack performance a week ago. How about F.A. Obata here?
Man, he's been showing up week in and week out. Nice to get that kind of production from a depth player.
Next, Bears drive. Daron Payne, 5 sacks on the evening for the second straight week for the Commanders.
There go that man again. Payne and Allen, whichever you want to call it, both of those guys are relentless.
Bears did gain nearly 400 yards, though. Late first, big play here. How about this one? Off of Obata's helmet, into the arms of John Allen for his first career interception.
A little soccer player there from the UK. Love to see that, bringing that skill set back in a big moment for the game.
We'll take it. Next drive, how about the Chicago back at the 1 after a big run by Khalil Herbert? They go back to him on the goal line and a stop on 4th down.
Man, our defense did this the entire night. They bend, but they didn't break.
Scoreless late second. Run game finally working here. J.D. McKissick. Boy, they had to slow him down or he might have gone to the house.
Yeah, love to see that guy getting some touches. The athleticism's on display.
Set up Joey Sly from 38. Commanders up 3-0. That's it. That's all you got. Halftime. Al Michaels losing his mind. Another low-scoring game. Second half. Here we go. Fields ran a hurry up here early. Caught the Commanders off guard. Dante Pettis on a shot here for a 40-yard score.
I was literally at home watching and saying, man, they're snoozing. They're catching them snoozing. They're going to get them, and they did.
This is where the game turned. 7-6, Tressway punt. Velus Jones Jr. backpedaling. Awkward step. Ball off his face mask. Christian Holmes recovers it at the Bears 6.
Tan, is that how you're supposed to get punched?
Hey, man, I don't know what he was doing.
Led to this special moment. Robinson Jr. punching it in from 2 yards out, his first career NFL touchdown.
Love to see the physicality in the goal line, punching that thing in there. And again, seeing him healthy back on the field, such a special moment for him.
Very deserving, man.
2-point conversion failed here, though. 12-7, under 2 to go. Sly on again, this time from 48 to essentially seal it. Oh, the Chicago wind got it. Hooks it wide left. Door open for Chicago, and on the ensuing drive, this was a problem. Fields breaks contained. Look at the open field to the left. It's a 39-yard scamper.
I mean, this was such a dagger. My heart was beating through my chest at this point because I thought he was going to score a touchdown here. Great job getting him out of bounds and giving your defense an opportunity to make these goal lines stand.
All right, so they already did 2 of them. Can they get another one? First down, Fields. He's going to run for it. Watch Cole Holcomb close here. Keep him out at the 5.
Oh, man, great shot for our linebackers to be on point right there. It was so many missed tackles, man. I'm glad they got him out of bounds.
Second down, batted away by James Smith-Williams. Third down now. Fields is going to throw again. Floats one up. Check out this play. Thank you, referee, for keeping the flag in your pocket. Derek Forrest tied up with Dante Pettis.
Love the guys competing this late in the game.
Here's the ball game. Fields, Darnell Mooney, Benjamin St. Juste at the goal line. Out of bounds. Was he in? Watch the ball. It comes out of his possession. When he finally gets control, he is short of the goal line. Game over.
Hey, great route by that kid, Mooney. I'm almost happy that Fields is not the quarterback that he could be in a couple of years, and he threw that ball a little short.
12-7 was the final. Chicago had a major advantage in total yards, 178 more than Washington, but the red zone numbers were the big story. Washington 1 of 2 inside the 20 with Brian Robinson's fourth quarter touchdown. Chicago finished the night 0-for-3.
A lot of excitement. I mean, I wish we want to make it hard on ourselves. We just find ways to allow teams to stay in the game. But at the end of the day, when a team is, have 3 trips to the red zone and they don't get any points out of it, I think that's a good job defensively. And we're going to look at the film and try to be even better next week.
Gives you a little confidence that, that if you stick together and you continue to work at it, you give yourself a chance. I mean, a couple times we tried to hurt ourselves, but geez, Pete, when you get an opportunity, you get a chance to raise your opportunities and you bow your neck. That's what you need to do.
It's always nerve-wracking. It's always, you have a ton of confidence in them, but when you're on the sideline, you feel helpless. You feel helpless, and I was fired up to see them get a couple of huge stops. Like I said today, I don't know how many big stops they had, turnovers on downs, turnovers, the muff punt or whatever's happened there. There's some huge plays that definitely were the difference in the ball game, and the defense, special teams, people stepped up, made some plays, and like I said, it was an ugly win, but those plays were the difference.
Time for our mission debrief, brought to you by the Washington Times. Here we go. Defense was the story here, especially in the red zone. Not just 3 red zone stops, 3 inside the 5 last night.
I mean, it was so fantastic to see that. That group has been playing really well the last couple of weeks. Had struggled, I think, inside the 50, inside the 25s there. Yeah. Chicago moved the ball really, really well, but they were able to kind of bow up at the right times. I liked what Ron said, bow your neck up, kind of make those stops. It was huge in the game, obviously.
Yeah, it's been like that since the last 4 games now. The last 4 games, our defense has corrected something, and that's what you hoping to see from our offense, hoping these guys get on board. But one time for our defense, man, because if it wasn't for those guys, we easily lost that game.
I mean, that would have been 21 to whatever, 21 to something, right? Those are scores in that situation.
Yeah, and there's still things to tie up.
Oh, 100%.
Obviously,
100%.
12 men on the field a couple of times. It was almost 400 yards. You saw Fields break contain. I think you expect that.
Right.
Caught him on a deep shot. So there's still things to work on.
100%, yeah. 100%. Obviously, this group, it was not perfect, right?
Yeah.
But I think in their not being perfect, they were able to overcome a lot of their own adversities, right? Kind of get past those mistakes, and that's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, and it's never perfect, but when you get a win, you can put all that stuff behind you and say, let's make sure we correct this going forward, because this could have easily caused us the game.
Brian Robinson got the start, also got the most carries. What'd you make of his effort last night?
Well, I love it, man. One of the things I spoke out about last week is that, it's a great story, great to see the guy back. We knew that if he didn't have that tragic accident, he would probably, be the starter, coming into the season. But due to the fact that he's back now, I want to see those guys seesaw a little bit, give Gibson a little more, carries as well early in the game. But it was great to see Brian starting to looking like himself again.
And I think having Brian back gives Scott Turner confidence to call more runs. And obviously, like, you want to call them in the right situation. You don't want to lean too heavily on that. But his physical style, his vision, I think elevates that group. And like Santana said, it was nice that Gibson got to be kind of a change of pace back with McKissick as well. I think it really complemented the whole group.
I mean, I think we envisioned this at the beginning of the season. They got one ball. They got a lot of people that can make plays. So at some point, I think we're going to be sitting here every week going, why didn't this guy get this?
Yeah,
right?
No doubt.
Yeah. All right. Turnovers. Finally. Okay. And they were really breaks.
Yeah,
one
breaks.
went off a helmet, off of Obata, and a muffed punt, but we'll take it. Right.
I think that's right. I think, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? And I think you get the bounce of the ball, and that's turnovers in the NFL. It's a very kind of up and down statistic, so you'll take it when you get it. Obviously, the muff punt was huge in that game, right? Yeah. Again, a little bit of serendipity there in terms of getting that turnover, but they were able to capitalize on it, get that ball back, because there's many times in this season so far where the ball's come out and they haven't been able to get it. So it's nice to get those 2 turnovers in this game.
You guys can call it what you want. You can't question the football gods.
Yeah.
The football gods was on our side last night, and I'm happy.
Offense. 3 of 22 on third down. The last couple of weeks combined, 2 for 11 last night. 214 total yards, under 100 passing. This was not a very good defense they were playing last night, at least statistically coming into this. There's a lot of work to do here.
A lot of work to do, and I think Chicago deserves some credit. Obviously, they changed their kind of approach on third down. They brought a little bit more pressure. They knew Washington was going to have a hard time with that. It was great to see that kind of innovation from Chicago, because I'm a big football fan, like to see that kind of thought process. But again, there's a lot of blemishes here within this offense that need to be corrected, and that's what, it's nice that they have this kind of mini bye week now to kind of do some self-assessment and hopefully get that stuff corrected.
It's going to be a lot of self-assessment. One of the things coming into the game, I knew that Chicago had played pretty tight in the passing game, but we expected to run the ball. So just to see that happen, hey, we leaned on the run game as much as we could and got the W. I can live with that. I'm pretty sure they could too.
2 of the last 3 weeks had weak-ish run defenses, Dallas and Chicago, and in both cases ran the ball for over 4 yards a carry, 128 last night, so a good metric there for them.
doubt.
All right, make sure that you tune into the Commanders Power Hour on NBC4 this Saturday. Starting at 7 p.m., Coach Ron Rivera takes us through the Thursday night win against Chicago on Command Center. Coach commands with Ron Rivera. Then at 7:30, De'Ami Brown joins Santana and London Fletcher to discuss growing up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and his journey to the league on the Players Club. It all starts Saturday at 7 p.m. on NBC4.
You get out there, what was going through your mind as you see the look, you see the defense, you're like, all right, this is going to be my opportunity. What was going through your mind?
Oh, man, just made the play. Just made the play, be you. 'Cause at the end of the day, you know, I knew exactly what was going on. You know, that's when the safety rolled down, I knew that was supposed to be my ball.
Yeah.
And all I could do is just go make the play. So everything that was happening in my mind, everything I already did in practice.
Now, that was the first touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
What about the second one? Now, the second one, you like, hold on, man. And you know you're in the slot, he audible to a slot fade, throws a perfect ball.
Oh, yeah.
You catches it one-handed. Your left, I don't know if you're right-handed or left-handed, but you caught that ball with one hand. That was a sweet catch.
All right, now I'm going to tell y'all a secret because don't nobody know.
Be sure to listen to the extended version of the Players Club podcast wherever you get your podcast. Plus, you can watch on Commanders YouTube and Commanders.com.
Coming up, as Washington celebrates their 90th anniversary, we take a look back at the last time Washington faced the Bears on Thursday Night Football. And Antonio Gibson saw some action in the return game in Chicago. He joins Washington alum Shawn Springs to see how well they know their own careers in our latest edition of Commander Code. Next. This season, we're celebrating 90 with Dominion National. Before last night, the only previous Thursday Night Football matchup between Washington and Chicago was Week 14 of the 27 season. It was extremely emotional. It was just a couple of days after the funeral for Sean Taylor. Backup quarterback Todd Collins stepped in for an injured Jason Campbell. He threw a pair of touchdowns in a 24-16 victory for Washington. It was his first touchdown passes in 5 years. Shawn Springs, he led the defense, had a pair of interceptions on Bears quarterback Brian Griese. And those were just 2 of the 12 career interceptions in his Washington tenure for Shawn Springs. Don't know if he knows that. We know that. We looked it up. We paired him with the current number 24, Antonio Gibson, to play a little bit of trivia on Commander Code.
We got trivia, big dog. What was the first team you scored against as a pro?
As a pro?
Yep. Man, you gotta know when you scored your first touchdown. Come on, man.
Ravens.
No.
Ain't get in against the Ravens?
Nope. I'll give you one more guess. Wasn't the Ravens.
Eagles.
Arizona Cardinals.
No, that was the first game.
Come on, you remember the play?
Yeah, run play, it was like tight zone.
Yep.
Broke out to the right, end up diving in the end zone.
Hand off to Gibson, finds space at the 5, pushes ahead to the goal line, touchdown!
Who was your first career interception with Washington against?
Ooh.
How to know the first interception?
No, that's with Washington, though. I was in Seattle before that.
Okay.
Let me see. Was it Green Bay?
Nah.
The Giants?
Nah.
Nah, who was it?
All right, I'm gonna give you Baltimore Ravens.
Oh,
Quarterback Kyle Boylan, Week 5, October 10th, 2004.
Yeah, it was against the Ravens. That's right. Damn, I forgot about that. Okay, this is an easy one. I know you know this one. Everybody know the numbers. Who did you have your single game career rushing yards against?
Sheesh. Giants.
Come on, man.
Giants last game of the season.
Yeah, got it against the Giants. That's right. Got it.
To the middle, 10, 5, no one's gonna touch him. High stepping into the end zone.
Oh man, that kid right there, he gonna be special.
How many career touchdowns did you score?
Ooh, that's a good one. You know, I consider myself an offensive player anyway. You know, you know, when the ball was in the air, I was a receiver. So I want to say 4.
Close.
How many I get?
3.
Man, come on, they missing one. They missing one for sure. I got to go back to the
They
NFL
cut you
stats right there.
they cut you short.
They cut me short.
Is there an award for getting nothing right? In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the Washington Commanders Charitable Foundation is selling a limited edition Command the Cure t-shirt to promote breast cancer awareness and support local women battling breast cancer. T-shirts are $30 each, and net proceeds from t-shirt sales go towards helping support breast cancer patients and research. Visit commanders.com/BCA shirt to get yours while supplies last. And still to come here, Brian Robinson's long road back to the field was capped off with his first career touchdown on Thursday night. We'll take a look at Washington's top performers when we return.
Hey, man, we pull out the win, man. That's what we do, man. We fight to the end. Let's go. Take them in.
Back to Command Center, Bram Weinstein, Logan Paulsen, Santana Moss. Let's take another look at the win over the Bears after a muffed punt, 7-6 Chicago. How about Brian Robinson Jr.'s first career NFL start, first career touchdown, put Washington up 12-7.
This is one of the reasons why these guys love this guy. He can fight for those hard yards. He put his shoulder pads down and made sure he got across that play dirt.
A nice physical block there by Tyler Larson, helping him get in there.
Late fourth quarter, here's the ball game. Justin Fields, Darnell Mooney, Benjamin St. Juste keeps him out of the end zone barely as he regathers, turnover on downs, and Washington wins.
Yeah, late wins are great wins.
Yeah.
That's excellent job by Benjamin St. Juste there, playing to the whistle.
I know everyone saw him hit the pylon. They thought maybe that counted as a touchdown. Ball has to clear the plane of the goal line. That's why it was the right call, and the Commanders snap a 4-game losing streak. Sorry, Justin. 12-7. Here's a look at Washington's top performers from Thursday night. Number 90 has awakened the last 2 weeks. No sacks first 4 games. 3 these past 2 weeks for Montez Sweat.
Man, I'm loving what Jonathan Allen has been doing, man, thus far. You know, he's one of these guys that I said already. He's right now prematurely our MVP on our defense.
Absolutely.
On offense, after earning his first NFL start, rookie running back Brian Robinson scored his first career touchdown, finished the day with 60 yards on 17 carries.
I'm just thanking God, you know, for another opportunity, you know, to be on the football field, and you know, blessed to have, you know, scored my first career touchdown. You know, that felt great. You know, just, you know, under the lights, the atmosphere. You know, it was a great atmosphere, great moment. You know, I'm so thankful, really.
Like I said, he's just a testament of our team, just resiliency, a fighter. It felt really good to see him get into the end zone. I'm so happy for him.
I've said it since he came back. Obviously, the real life side of it was cool to get him back last week, and then huge to get him in the end zone this week for his first of hopefully many. But especially the point in the game, crucial point in the ball game that we needed to score, we needed to get in, and I think we kind of all knew we were gonna give him the rock a couple times down there, and he got it done for us, and I was happy for him, proud of him, and like I said, hopefully the first of many.
Carson Wentz likes Thursday Night Football, 7-0 all time on Thursday Night Football. Had some gaudy stats in his first 6, though. Almost 1,500 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, 2 picks. That was not the case last night. 86 passing yards in total. There's some work to do here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think there's multiple things to work on, right? Obviously, play calling, getting Carson comfortable with those play calls. Can you insulate the offensive line with your play calls? Because everyone thinks, oh, it's the quarterback, it's the coordinator. Offensive line needs some help too with that stuff, and I think as that group kind of gels and comes together a little bit more, they can maybe personalize this offense to Carson. I think you might be able to see a little bit of a turn corner here, especially given this kind of bye week scenario after the Thursday night game.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping that we can take what we did these first, 6 games and build from it. You know, I mean, it hasn't been pretty, especially offensive-wise, and you have to have something a little more. You have to switch it up because, one, we've been playing musical chairs with our offensive linemen. Sure. So once you get a stable group in there that you can really say, okay, I can build this base of plays around these guys, Now open it up a little bit or take a little away and say these are going to be our core plays that we can go at and attack. We have the skill, guys. We just got to find some plays that we can really be lethal with.
I was just thinking relief at the end of the game.
Sure.
I mean, this team needed a win in the worst way, not just because of their record. There's a lot circulating and going. There's a lot of pressure in this building right now. It's a big moment, I think, for them last night to get the season back on track, calm things down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You never want to say like a must-win game, but this was about as must-win for this organization at this point of the year as it could be, right? You know, they're on a little bit of a skid. There's all this drama circulating the team. They needed to get this W just to kind of create some positive energy, some positive vibes, and it's much better. You know, even if this was a rough win, a win's always better than not winning, right, Tana? We were talking about that earlier.
Definitely.
Got to get that W. Feels really nice to get that done.
I'll take it any way it comes, man.
They get a few extra days to get ready for the Packers. They saw them a year ago, had a near miss really up at Lambeau with Taylor Heineke. Different story this time around. Don't know how Green Bay is going to fare, obviously, this weekend, but what are your early thoughts as you think about the Packers 9-10 days away from this?
I mean, Tana, they got some good ball players up there. Obviously, the thing that they're struggling with is they don't have a lot of playmakers on the outside. They're struggling with young receivers who don't have great chemistry with Aaron Rodgers. That bodes well. They are a team that runs the football at a very high level. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, that two-headed monster has been outstanding through the first 6 games of the season. So can they slow them down? I think this defense could get that done.
It seems like every week we've been talking about the next team's run game. So it's going to be another shot to say we have to slow these guys' run game down. But they have one of the most prolific passers too to worry about. Aaron Rodgers he can make any receiver look like a number one receiver. So hopefully we be able to solve that puzzle.
He's been getting some criticism too, and it's like that's the one guy I don't want to see get slighted.
Not before I get
right.
Nobody takes it more personally than that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
The rating MVP. All right, so we'll get Green Bay and Washington at FedEx Field next Sunday. Good long weekend off after a win. Thanks for watching here on Command Center for Santana Moss and Logan Paulsen. I'm Bram Weinstein and Julie Donaldson. Have a great mini bye week weekend.